Dear students and my fellow viewers, I welcome you all. So in this lecture, I am going to discuss with you about the refraction of light through a glass prism. Dear students, you are well aware, you have learned this refraction uh, in the very first chapter, that's light, this physics portion. That refraction is the deviation in the path of light rays when they travel from one medium to another medium, or when light travels from one medium to another medium, it bends. The bending of the light rays is termed as refraction of light. So here we have to understand, we have to know about the refraction of light through a glass prism. When light travels from air to glass prism, what happens to it? So first of all, let's get to know about this very glass prism. What is a glass prism? Dear students, a glass prism, we can say a prism is a glass material that's enclosed between two triangular ends and three rectangular ends. So when you will see a glass prism, you will find there are two rectangular ends and there are you will find there are two triangular ends and there are three rectangular ends in a glass prism. Dear students, these opposite ends, whether triangular or rectangular ends, they are not parallel to one another, but they are inclined at an angle to each other. So this is about this the glass prism, how it looks. So now let's try to understand what happens to a ray of light when it travels through this prism. Dear students, here is the diagram of the glass prism. You will see it. This is here the incident ray which is coming from the air. It strikes this glass prism at this very surface, at this very end. As air is one medium, now the light has to travel from air to glass, so you are now well aware refraction of light will takes place here. This light ray bends. The actual path of the light ray is this, but when a light ray from air tries to enter this glass slab, so it will bend. Here it will bend. Okay, when this light ray comes from this glass prism, uh, it will also bend. You are well aware that light when travels from one medium to another medium, it bends. So there is refraction here from air, when from air to glass, refraction, and when from this, we can say from this glass prism to air, again the refraction. So this is here the incident ray, this is here the refracted ray, and this is here the emergent ray. Got it here? So at this point of incidence we can draw this normal. Similarly, at this point we can also draw the normal. Now the surfaces in a glass prism, they are not parallel to each other, so we can here add that incident ray and the emergent ray, they two are not parallel to each other. Dear students, uh, here we can say the angle between the incident ray and this emergent ray, or the angle between the incident ray and the refracted ray, this is here termed as angle of deviation. It is this angle of deviation that gives us the difference in the paths of the incident ray and the emergent ray. So here this is all about the refraction of light when light travels from air into the glass prism. So it is refracted again when it goes back from prism into the air. It is also refracted. You know that when it travels from air to denser medium, it bends here towards the normal. When it moves from denser to rarer medium, it bends away from the normal. So this is all about the refraction of a light in a glass prism. Now dear students, here I am going to touch one more topic here, that is a dispersion of light. What's dispersion of light? बिखर जाना जिसको हम कह सकते हैं. In 1665, Newton discovered that if a beam of white light is passed through a prism, the white light splits into a band of 7 colors. The order of the colors is violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. And it can be remembered by the word that's termed here as Vibgyor, Vibgyor. So dispersion of light, it was discovered by Newton in 1665. What he discovered that white light, when it passes through a prism, this white light it is splitted. हाँ? So it is broken into a band of 7 colors. यानी जो white light होती है ये split हो जाती है, ये breakup हो जाती है into its constant 7 colors, यानी 7 रंगों में ये divide हो जाती है. ये जो कलर्स ऑफ लाइट होता है इस वाइट लाइट के अंदर, जब ये ट्रैवल करती है थ्रू प्रिज्म, तो ये कलर्स होते हैं वायलेट, इंडिगो, ब्लू, ग्रीन, येलो, ऑरेंज एंड रेड। और इन सारे कलर्स को हम एक वर्ड के थ्रू याद रख सकते हैं, विबगोयर। वी फॉर वायलेट, आई फॉर इंडिगो, बी फॉर blue, G for green, Y for yellow, O for orange, and R for red. So this is here termed as a we can say the dispersion of light, or we can say that dispersion of light is the phenomenon of the decomposition of white light into its constituent colors and to the constituent colors. So when white light is separated into its constituent colors, this phenomenon is termed here as a dispersion of light. Dear students, moreover, the band of 7 colors obtained on a screen after dispersion of light, this is called spectrum or light spectrum. So decomposition of light into its constant colors, this is termed as dispersion of the light, and the band of the 7 colors obtained after dispersion of light, this is termed as spectrum or the light spectrum. So you got in this lecture about the glass prism and the refraction through a prism, what's dispersion of light, how it can be remembered, okay, and what's light spectrum. I hope uh, you understood it nicely. I will meet in the next lecture. Till then, Allah Hafiz.